Hello everyone. Today I'm bringing you a new series which I call as productivity tools, where I'll talk about some important softwares, or you can call them as tools, which helps to improve productivity. Um, Even though you're a student or a working professional, these tools are very useful to organize your tasks and do them better. So I'm starting with one of the most underrated softwares, I should say, that is OneNote. So this OneNote, probably I think from 2016 onwards, most PCs which run on Windows have inbuilt OneNote. So you can simply go to your start screen and open OneNote. Let me briefly introduce to the window, and while doing that, I'll also explain how you can make use of OneNote. Then I'll talk about why I prefer it over other tools. Okay, so in this left corner, if you can see, that's called Aditya's notebook. So if you click here, this shows different notebooks that I have created. This is very similar to, just imagine the hard copy or a physical notebook that you used to carry for either making to-do list or to take notes while you're attending a lecture, or to note down the bullet points when you're attending a specific meeting. So you can create as many notebooks as you wish. You simply click here, then give the name, and it will be saved. Before that, you need to log into your Microsoft account, because all the notebooks that you are creating will be automatically stored in the cloud, that is through your Microsoft account. So once you open the notebook, okay, once you open the notebook, here you can see the different sections. So I have one is quick note, I have another one which is to-do list, then there is new section. You can click on this plus symbol to create more sections. So when I was a kid, what I used to do is I used to keep one notebook for a specific subject, for example, maybe physics. And I used to divide my notebook into two parts. One part is for practical and another part is for theory. Similarly, you can divide each notebook into separate sections. For example, it may correspond to different subjects. It may correspond to different projects that you are handling. It may correspond to different papers that you are trying to write, however way that you wish to. Within each of this, you can add pages. On the right side here, there is an option to create more pages. And when you add a page, okay, you can rename that page here. Okay, rename that page as, for example, I'm talking about introductory video script. Okay, so I'm adding a new page, and the new page is automatically will have the date and time inserted. So within this page, you can take whatever the notes that you are talking about, or you can use it for to-do list. If you just go to home, and here is a list of tags that you can use. I'll tell you how to use the tags. For example, I want to make a to-do list now. Okay, I'll simply add a page, and this is, for example, I want to make to-do list for 10th June 2022. So the easiest way to do is click the cursor anywhere, okay, and go to home and click on to-do list. So automatically the to-do list format will appear. For example, I want to make a video, okay. I want to review 3 papers. Then I want to work on article 2. So this is my to-do list. So as easy as it gets, you need not to worry about. So further, there are shortcuts to different things. For example, you're not using OneNote right now to create a to-do list. You are in a class, and the lecturer is talking. He may start with something. Let me give a hypothetical example. He may start with, say, what is economics? He starts with a question. So simply you can take notes. For example, here also look at the shorthand for that. If you simply type um, control tree, the question will appear. So question mark will appear. What is economics? Then he elaborates according to blah blah blah, the definition. Okay, so some definition you take down. Okay, and something is not clear to you, but why is this definition criticized? This is something you are not clear about. You can simply click that line, and then you can. So this is, you have made it into different color. This is something you need to clarify. Then he gives something else. Okay, so then in the next part of the session he only clarifies. Okay, this is because the definition lacks clarity. Okay, um, so something like that, he only gives some answer to this. So you can uh, even highlight that. Okay, whatever you want to do. So if you are highlighted, this symbol will appear. If this is a question, this symbol will appear. All these things have a shortcut. You need not to click on home every time. So for example, control C will highlight the thing. Control 8, it will mark it as an address. Control 1, it will make it into a to-do list. So there are n number of tags. Okay, n number of tags, and you can also customize the tags. So this makes note making really fun. It's so much fun to use OneNote to create a note. Further, what you can also do is go to insert, and you can always um, paste a picture, paste a particular PowerPoint slide. For example, with this hybrid mode of teaching, most of the lecturers share their slides before the session or after the session. So you can simply clip that particular slide, add that slide here, take the notes related to that here. Or if lecturer is writing some flow chart there, you can always draw that flow chart using these tools. But if it is difficult for you, you can simply insert that picture here and describe what it is, or what or he or she is explaining in this tab. So overall, the note making is easy. And the second thing is, when you are reading it, suppose you did not get time to use these tags while taking the notes. You come back home and you're trying to revise, or you're reading for an exam just before the exam, and you can simply use those tags to organize your notes. It becomes really, really easy. And even in when you're making a to-do list, okay, so at the end of the day you can use this tick marks directly. So it is so easy to keep track of. For example, if you go on adding to-do list, for each month you make a separate section, and for each day you can go on adding to-do list. At the end of the month you will have a kind of ready reckoner where you detail what you have done the entire month. Sometimes this is very important to track your own work, but also for reporting purposes. Many jobs require you to update the work progress on a monthly or a weekly basis. So it helps in that way as well. I still believe what I have shown you is just a tip of iceberg. There is a lot more that you can do with OneNote. Sorry, I forgot to add. This is synchronized with the cloud, and there is a mobile app in the Play Store with the same name, OneNote, and you can log in to using the same Microsoft account. and your laptop and mobile is synchronized simultaneously. So even if you don't have a laptop and you're attending a meeting, simply you can use your mobile phone and make a list of items that are being discussed, take note, and it is automatically synced to your PC. So though I'm a bit old school in my preference for paper-based diary or a notebook and writing with a pen that has a different feel to it, I completely agree with that notion. But with this constant traveling and it becomes very difficult to carry, not only carry the notebook, but how to where to keep them. And for example, I have made a plenty of notes on different subjects while I was preparing for my examinations. But right now, I don't have a hard copy of any of those notes. I really wish I could have digitized them. So it is not too late to learn how to uh, digitize them, because if you have them in soft copy, you can directly use them in your slides. You can access them from any place. It becomes easier to save them. You can store them for a very long time easily with cloud and everything else. And even if you're writing an article, it becomes so much easier to directly um, take from the soft copy. And even actually the subject, whatever subject that you may be talking, it keeps changing. It's very dynamic. The thing that you have learned 5 years back may be outdated now. There may be no there may be new knowledge which is coming up, and you want to update the information, update the notes that you have. If it is hard copy, it becomes really cumbersome to update, because you have written in a page and there is no space. But with soft copies, with digitized format, um, it's so much more convenient. So I'm trying to make that shift from paper based to using apps, either Word or OneNote, to make the notes. And personally, I feel this is a requirement, and this has the advantage of that overweighs the disadvantages. Though it's a bit difficult in the initial stages with the speed, and particularly when it comes to writing an equation which the lecturer is writing on the blackboard, or drawing a flow diagram or something. But with time, I think we will find our own ways to cope with that. So that is about today's video. I hope you find OneNote app to be useful in organizing your work. See you next week uh, with a new tool. Thank you for your time.